Hello?
I did not think you would pick
Hey,
me. Hey, how's it going?
good. You ready, boo?
Yes, let me get myself together. This is so shocking. I met you at an after party at the BET Awards in LA
When? Last
this year for the
year?
fifth year. So look at my page. I got you on there.
We took a picture together?
Yep.
What after party was I at?
Um,
BET?
what's her name?
MC
Um,
Light?
MC Light.
Okay, yeah, I was there.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
okay. Well, let's do it. What's your name again,
Yeah.
girlfriend?
So my name is Akila.
Aki.
I just literally just got off live myself.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Akila. And how
like
old are you,
Akila and
honey?
the Bee,
Huh?
like Akila and the
Yes.
Bee.
How old are you, sweetheart?
I am 40 something.
I need
I
your
am
exact age.
I am 47.
47? Okay. What's wrong with being 47?
Nothing.
Okay. Now, do you live in LA?
No, I live in Atlanta.
Atlanta. Okay. Do you have any children?
I do. I have a son.
How
My
old is your son?
son is 26.
26. Okay. Have you ever married? Never
Never.
married. So, and what's your zodiac sign?
I'm an Aries Taurus cusp, so 420.
So, what do you? Okay, Aries,
I
Taurus,
claim Taurus, but some people say I'm Aries, so I'll say Taurus.
Okay. And what do you do for a living,
So
Akila?
I help people get business funding, is what I do.
Okay, get business funding. Okay. All right. All right, let's do it. We got Akila, 47. He's an Aries or a Taurus. Son, she's a son that's 26, never married, lives in Atlanta, helps people get business funding. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
This is crazy. Okay, so I am looking for like someone who is funny, who is lighthearted. Um, I've been an entrepreneur for so long. I've tried dating people who work the 9 to 5. It just doesn't work. So he'll have to be an entrepreneur, or if he is a 9 to 5er, he needs to be open to me getting him some business funding and us going into entrepreneurship, getting his bag, because my guy has to have freedom. I cannot have someone who has to request time off. Like, it just wouldn't work. And then I wasn't a good fit for the person I was dating because I was never there. So when he get off home from work, I'm off out of town, and it just really depends. So I want someone that is nice, kind, confident, because I'm quite social and I'm out there. So you need to be confident. I want you to be okay with protecting and providing, not being petty. You know, I don't want you to, I'm just going to say it. You cannot be that 50-50 dude. Don't reach out to me, because I just can't. I can't do it because I just don't believe in it at
Okay,
all.
so what do you want him? He has to be the guy that pays. You want a man that pays everything.
I mean, he can pay everything. I can take care of myself, but I don't want you to expect me to. You're in a situation where you're looking for like a roommate, or you're looking for someone to help you in your situation. You need to be in the situation you need to be in, and in the position and the business you want to be in. Like, you already need to be happy in your situation. I don't want you, because I'm 47, so you can't be on the come up or trying to make it. You need to already be there. So yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay, that's what she means. So no 50-50. We'll get to the money question later. What are your deal breakers?
So my deal breakers are anyone who wants to have multiple relationships. I'm not into poly. I'm not into anything open. I'm looking for a monogamous relationship. Anyone who is disrespectful in any kind of ways, or because you have some people out here who act like they don't even like women. Like, they're disrespectful in their language. Like, I need someone that's kind, that's sweet, that's consistent, that's fun, and who likes to travel, and who is someone I can depend on and rely on.
Okay. Now, should he look a certain way?
I've never been, I've never had a fine man, Kendra girl. Right? I never had like one of those men you like, oh my God, he's so fine. I always, because I'm the type of person that goes off of energy. I've never had a fine man, but here's my wish list. I would like for him, I would love for him to be tall, like 6'2", 6'3". Like, I love tall men. I would love for him to definitely be, someone who's health conscious, because I work out every day. So, eat well. I don't want someone that eats junk food, but that's hard. So, a deal breaker for me is what I said before, but this is my wish list, guys. Be tall, be handsome, be cute. I like chocolate guys, I must say.
Yeah, you want the most desired man on the planet. That is the most desired man on the show.
Is it?
I wonder. I'm really trying to figure out. I wonder if Instagram has made this man the most desired man. I wonder if back in the days, if our aunts and our moms were like, "I want a man that's," well, I don't know. I guess maybe tall, dark, and handsome has been around for years. But no, and then you also mentioned it earlier. You want to be faithful. So you want the most desired man to only want to be with you.
I know, right? But let me tell you what I get. I get men my height or look, because I feel like I'm pretty tall for a woman. I'm 5'7". Okay. So when I put on heels, I'm kind of up there, So that's why I would desire a man that's 6 feet and above. But typically I get someone that's my height or a little taller, which I'm okay with that, because to be honest, Kendra, I am mostly attracted to men who are intellectual, men who read, men who hold my interest. If you're talking about shallow things, I'm around men with money and cars all the time. I'm not impressed by that. I don't want you to have a conversation where you're talking about your watch or your car, and that's the only thing you can talk about. So a lot of men lose me because I'm a reader. So I like more intellectual type conversations. Like, let's talk about life. Like, especially if you're an entrepreneur or something. Most of the men who I date who are entrepreneurs, they're like more intellectual, and they're more, it's, how could I put it? Like self-development. Like, they talk about self-developing, being better. What can we do? How could I do this better? Because as an entrepreneur, you have to be a self-motivator. So definitely be someone who reads, even if you only read one book once a month, like that now, works.
Now you said that what you gave us your wish list, but you're open to accepting what you actually receive, because you said out your own mouth you've never got the man that you wish for.
I never got a sexy man. I've gotten a man that I liked and I desired before, and I've been in long-term relationships.
So he had the attributes. He was tall, dark, and handsome?
Yeah, I always dated until recently. Like, all my long-term relationships, they kind of all looked alike. They were real super chocolate. They had a little height to them. And then lately, when I've been single, like for the past 3 years, I kind of broke that mold, and I've been dating different types.
But wait, hold on.
So,
real quick. You said that you never got the man that you desire. So
no, the sexy one I meant.
Oh, so the guy.
I said my wish list is a man with a body, like a sexy man, and I've never got I even worked in a gym. I've never had like the perfect built out body, sexy type man. It's always someone who don't like to work out, who eat messed up, got a keg belly or something. But I love them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so
I'm
you
open to that.
So I guess the point I'm trying to make is, the man that wants to date you, you would consider him as an option.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Right. Yes, I will.
What, does this man have to make a certain amount of money?
Yes, you have to. I would say at least, I would say at least $200K a year.
Okay, at least $200K a year. So you normally date men that make $200K a year, I'm assuming.
More, yeah.
Then what's going on with those men?
Like I said, a lot of them, my last relationship, he kind of was crazy, and he wanted to make something open, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not with that.
And that was a relationship or dating?
Yeah, he wanted to date other people, and I'm not open to that at all.
But so you guys were in a committed relationship?
Yes.
And he wanted 100%. To open it up?
Yes.
Got you. Okay. So then that ended it?
Yes, ma'am. Immediately.
Okay. So you want a $200K handsome man that is faithful and only will be with you. That's what we're asking
Yes,
for. Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. And you said you've never had this man.
No, I've never had a sexy man, Kendra. Like somebody with a nice body.
So
Is
you
what I'm
had
saying.
so you had a so you've had a 200K man
Oh,
that was fake.
I had more than that. So to understand my history, so I was in like 2 long-term relationships. Both of those men were well off, way over 200K, right? And I, at the time when I was younger in my 30s, I found out later that I was afraid of commitment. So I didn't marry them. So my last relationship that I had, the long term one, that was like real love, like, and I loved him to death. He loved me to death. I just was afraid to get married. I didn't understand why until I got into therapy. Now that's the truth. So he was trying to marry me. He was like, "Hey, you just don't love me," and we broke up, right? So I did have the love of my life. I did have
He married
all of these
somebody
things.
else?
No,
Then why can't you get
to this
married
day,
with him?
we I just couldn't. I don't know, Kendra. We were friends, and then he was saying that he was too hurt. I
So
did do him wrong.
so he never got
He
married.
never got married, and we're still friends, but it just, the love is gone. Like now I'm just like, I don't know. I just moved on from it. You
Okay.
understand?
All
Yeah.
right. All right. So this is what she dates. So this is her reality. So let's do the Kendra Cam.
Oh, what do? We bag it up.
Yeah, we gotta see your legs. Okay. We see you, boo. So we got Akila, 47. She's Aries Taurus. Atlanta, one son, that's 26. She helps people get money for their business, funding business. When was your last relationship?
My last relationship was 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
In 2021, it ended in 2021.
You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
In a while.
Okay.
I don't want to answer.
You don't have to answer. What are 3 flaws you have to work on?
I would say me paying attention to my mate. Like I can get so deep into my business. That's probably the main reason why I want an entrepreneur, because we're both kind of busy. I could get so deep into my work that I don't pay attention to my guy. A lot of the times, it's my work will come first. That's a flaw. I have been working on that. Another flaw is I compromise, but I don't want to. Right? I like to have things my way, but I've learned to compromise in my older age. Another thing I could work on is just being, this is dead honest, just being a little bit more sweeter, right, to the guy. I could be a little combative. If you treat me a certain way or say something, I give you that same energy. But I've learned to switch that, and I get a better result. So those are my 3 flaws.
Okay. And you never been married, Akila. Do you want to get married? Is that your goal?
I do. At first, I didn't believe in it, and the funny thing, Kendra, like I was kind of like not tricked into therapy, but I ended up going into therapy from a church session with a friend who was there to sign up. And they were like, "Hey, you want to sign up too?" And I was like, "I don't need therapy." And she forced me to sign the book. And I was like, "I'm not going." Like, I really thought I didn't need it. But I promise you, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. It was right after my breakup in 21. And I just couldn't give him what he wanted, but I didn't understand why. And it was kind of like it was God sent. So come to find out, I just from the way I was brought up, and she said I was, and my son's father, I had like a abusive relationship with him. And she said from that experience, I made the assumption and the decision that I would never get married because he possessed me so much that I equated all relationships to equal that way. So unbeknownst to me, guys, get therapy, I'm telling you. Unbeknownst to me, I would not move in with the love of my life or move forward with him after 7 years because of that past experience. And I just was like on autopilot. So once we went through therapy and I kind of understood everything, that's when I became open to marriage. And that's when dating became very interesting, Kendra, because now I have a conscience, now I have a heart. Now I understood my part and role, because I thought everyone else was crazy. And really it was me. I had a problem. I didn't fully want to commit. So that's emotional abuse, sort of, because he's like, what's wrong with me? Like, I'm giving you everything you want. We're together. I love you to death. Like, he was so good to me, and I didn't know why. So therapy really helped me with that. And so now I'm very careful and conscious of how I act and treat the men that I'm with, and that's in my life. And I do want to get married.
And what qualities make you a wife?
I'm gonna light your business up. We're gonna clean your credit up. I'm gonna get you funded at least $250,000.
This don't sound like a husband. This sounds like a co-worker or somebody within your company. Do you want a husband, or do you want a man that can go along with your business plan?
Oh no, I want to help him out. So I'm gonna make sure he's financially stable.
But if a man comes to you that's already making $200K, he don't need your help, girl. If he making more, you said you date men that make $200K or more. They don't need your help. They already come ready. So if you want to be a wife, how are you going to be his wife? He don't need you to build him. That's the problem. Hold on real quick. You are a boss chick, and I respect that. I mean, I'm surrounded by them, around them all day long. But I think what boss chicks don't understand is there's a difference in being a boss chick in your career than being a wife to your home. You can't tell me you want this affluent man and then say, I want to fix your credit. I want to build you up. Girlfriend, he got that already taken care of. What can you do as his wife?
I'm going to be there. Great question. You come for me today. Okay, so great question. So I'm going to be there to support you emotionally, mentally, and just make you better as a whole. Because that's what I've been known to do in my past relationships. Like, any of them will always say, like, hey, you made me better. So I'm there to help push you in whatever you're into, and I'm there for you. I'm someone that does like acts of service. So whatever you need, I'm there to support. If you need me to fly out and be there to support you, I'm there. I'm going to be involved in whatever it is you're involved in that you require me to be. That's one thing I am. I'm a partner. Okay. If anything else, I'm going to make sure that we figure this thing out together and that we're both happy. I'm also just going to be someone that I like to cook for you. I'm a domestic type of person. So a lot of people don't believe in cooking and cleaning for their men. I do. So I have no problem with that. I may be a boss chick into entrepreneurship, but I love to cook and serve my guy. That's 100%. If you give me what I want and I feel love, I'm there for you 100%. You want me to take your clothes to the cleaners? You know what I'm saying? I'm there. I have domestic qualities is what I would have to offer my man.
Someone said I have put my nose. Okay, and then I forgot to ask you this. Okay, so do you want him to be in Atlanta?
He does not have to.
Okay. What's the age range you want to date, honey?
No younger than 40. I get a lot of young guys, and that's kind of like my struggle because I look a lot younger. But I need you to be 40 and
up. And you don't mind if he has kids, I'm assuming.
No.
Okay. All right, let's do it. Aila, 47, Aries/Taurus. Atlanta son. She has one son that's 26. Make at least $200K, and she works in a funding. She helps people get money for their funding business. Before we go, I do want you to talk about this because if I make you a highlight, there will be conversation about your $200K request, and some people will say that that is a delusional request. What would you say to that?
I don't know if it's delusional or not. It just depends on the person and what they believe and what their circles are like. So I don't think it's delusional at all. I think 200K is really reasonable. And that's not delusional, especially if you're an entrepreneur and you're at some level of success in your business. You don't even need to be very, very successful to get $200,000 a year as an entrepreneur most of the time. Most entrepreneurs, because I deal with entrepreneurs all the time. That's probably why that's my reality. So a lot of my clients, they're bringing in that like easy.
Well,
like that's.
Let me say this. If you're around a pool of men that make $200K and more, you should be talking to them and not me.
Not single. Not single. So, and I think
well, part of my they have some friends.
Well, part of my problem is, Kendra, I don't go out and I don't date. So part of my problem is like I'm not out socializing. I'm always in like work environments and I'm with colleagues. So I need to get myself out more, if I'm being honest. And I have a girlfriend who's like, girl, we gonna find your husband, let's get out. And when she invite me out, I'm like, I'm busy, I'm doing this. And I always put work first. And to be real frank and honest with you, I just haven't put any energy and time into it. And I have to.
Okay.
This year I'm going to.
Fair
I
enough.
have to take time out to date.
Okay, fair enough. The cousins are urging me. They said we have exhausted our time with you. I love you, girl. Give the guy who is you would like to reach out to your contact info.
Yeah, so just meet me on Instagram at Mrs. Cash Flows, MRSCASHFLOWS.
Mrs. Cash Flows on IG and the word Mrs. MRS Cash Flows. Akila, 47, one son that's 26. She'll date 40 and up. She's an Aries Taurus. Helps people get money for their funding business. Has make at least 200K. All right, girlfriend, you keep me posted how it goes.
Yes, ma'am. You too.
Bye, baby.